It is 5 minutes after the hour in downtown Sylacauga on a Thursday morning. I'm Jim Dale Abrams along with Carolyn Bates, Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce. And we talked about earlier before you came about Coosa Valley Medical Center and the services and many services they provide. One of our business of the week, this is for the first week of November, has ties to Coosa Valley Medical Center.
It truly does. They are within Coosa Valley Medical Center, but it's Coosa Valley MRI. And Robin Angelo, who is the director there, and her staff, they're a very nice complement to what the hospital has to offer, because by being inside, there they are. There's Carla and Robin there next to Carla and holding the certificate,
You
and
take
that's
that
her
picture?
Staff. Well, yeah.
Kind of dark in there.
Well, that's because when they were standing, that I forget the gentleman's name back there in the back, and he had just got a fresh haircut, and he looked, but we just couldn't get him all in. It was really, anyway. But they do a wonderful job there because, you know, it's just so nice for the doctors and the hospital to have this available within within the
you don't have to go
confines.
up 280.
That's right. I have to go up 280. You don't have to go to any other building within the hospital, around the hospital professional complex. It's right there in the hospital, and it's just a wonderful way to further all the services that Coosa Valley Medical Center has to offer the city of Sylacauga. It's wonderful.
You got some reinvesting members too?
We have a few reinvesting members, and that's Alabama Childhood Food Solutions, and they do just, you know, they were in the office the other day talking, and they send the backpacks home with the kids on the weekends.
It's a great ministry.
It's over 1,000 go out every Friday across the county to kids, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful ministry, and it's very needed. We don't realize how much it is. Then we have Buffalo Rock. They're also reinvesting, Buttermilk Hill, and last but not least is Holiday Inn Express.
Okay.
So that's our reinvesting members.
People wonder, well, why do you mention reinvesting members? That's the lifeblood of the Chamber of Commerce.
Keeps the lights on. It helps with the salaries. It keeps everything rolling, so we can have Christmas parades and
What is
everything
Wind Down
else.
Wednesday?
Wind Down Wednesday is really cool. It's something that Harvey's on Noble just started last night, and Jeff and I went, and what they're doing is they're opening up on Wednesdays because they've had so many folks asking them about being open more than just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So they're opening on Wednesday, and they're showcasing a lot of the different wines they're starting to carry, and they have a preset meal plan for each Wednesday evening. Last night, it was the first night, it was steak Florentine with pasta, and it was really good. And then your choice of a red or a white wine, whichever one you feel complements the meal best, and a salad and dessert. And it's a good atmosphere, and I really hope that this builds for them. And if you don't want, you know, the set menu, they have great food anyway.
Yeah.
So you can order from the menu, and if you do want wine to drink that evening, your wine is $1 off of each glass of wine that you have. So, you know, I know that, you know, Keith and Denise just do a wonderful job there, and they do so many different, you know, functions as far as weddings and things like that, and we've even had bunco there before.
Oh, yeah?
So by being open on Wednesday nights, maybe folks will, you know, come out, you know, after church or before they go or whatever, and have a nice meal and really get a flavor for what else is. If you like wine, or maybe you learn to like it by just trying to, you know, see what your tastes are. So
Or if you don't want it.
Or if you don't want it, you know. But it's a great meal, and I was really pleased. Truly was.
That's Harvey's on Noble in
right.
Sylacauga. We're a month away from our annual Christmas parade, and I know you're ready for it.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay. Yes, and our theme this year is a retro rockin' Christmas, and it's the 36th annual Christmas parade, and that's on Tuesday, December the 2nd.
First Tuesday of the month.
First Tuesday in December, and we have that's the application cover there on the screen, and those are available now at the chamber, and people are starting to come in and pick them up, and because I think it really snuck up on everybody this year. I think every holiday's sneaking up on all of us, but we're going to have a great parade. It's going to start and have the usual route that it always has. We have a meeting coming up, and you and I do a great job with the TV coverage.
Well, we sure hope so.
We have fun anyway. But the bands are all getting ready for this, and hunting down the floats. We have people. There's already been. They were calling me in August to see what the theme was. Because the different industries, it becomes a competition as to who can have the
Well, you just don't
best
build those
float.
floats overnight.
No,
so
you
have to have
don't.
time.
And if you don't want to build it overnight, you can rent a float.
That's right.
already done for you. It's got to put
Professionally done floats.
Professionally done float, and they'll do it for you, and it's very reasonable. And Santa Claus, of course, is going to be in the gazebo across the street over here by Wright Sprayberry an hour before the parade to talk to the kids. And Don Smith's going to take their pictures if they want it. So
Did I tell you I love Santa?
I love Santa too. You have to love Santa.
You have all those the emergency personnel, the fire departments and police departments,
That's right.
and all that
That's
involved
right.
in the parade too.
That's right. I talked to Chief Carden yesterday and asked him if who was going to be the liaison with the police department. He said Rondell Muse is going to take care of that. So, and then I saw Carson Greer and the rescue squad. The rescue squad, they just show up. I mean, they are just the greatest bunch.
Yeah.
And they take care of the lighting for us, you know, around the area. So they do a great job. And the police department, they're all ready for it. And the different units, as far as the volunteer fire departments that come to town for that and participate, it's great. So we'll keep you updated on who the Grand Marshal's going to be for sure, and all these things, you know, as we go.
Well, as long as Santa's be there, everything else will work out.
That's right. As long as there's Santa at the end, we
and
know
Mrs. Claus, I think,
Mrs. Claus, they will both be here for the parade. So as long as we have that, there, you know, all is right with the world.
Speaking of parades, we have the Veterans Day parade coming up next week.
Yes, we do. I've been talking with, I think, Ken Brewer's helping him with that a little bit, and Ed Jenkins, and I believe Ed's going to be the Grand Marshal.
Actually, I think it was his idea to really push it because it's the first time we've had one in about 7 years
Well,
or so.
he talked to me back in the summer about it, and I said, you know, if you need me to help you promote it, whatever, and I had one job that he gave me, and I did that.
So you fulfilled your duties?
Mostly.
Okay.
Mostly, yes. But this is going to be the first Veterans Parade we've had, in many years. I can't remember.
I think it's 7 years.
Has it been 7 years?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. But it's going to come down from the high school, of course, from that area, down Broadway to First Street, and then back up Norton. And they're going to have a flatbed trailer decorated at City Hall. And they're going to have music there afterward and a couple of speakers. So it starts at 10:30. So I think it'll be a nice addition. And it's always so good to recognize and acknowledge our veterans.
If any group should be recognized, it should be our veterans, and
Truly.
we're happy to
Truly.
do that because there's
just-
a lot of people watching today that are veterans or have family members who are veterans, so we want to support them.
It's going to be a really good parade. And yesterday, you know, at the library, they had their last
Oh,
in the
yeah.
series, and Dolores Hydock was there, and I went for that, and it was about the USO and the entertainers, and that just touched me so much during World War II and Vietnam, and it's just those entertainers, especially during World War II, they were out in the trenches with with the soldiers, just to make them feel like they were still a part of home.
That's fantastic.
So it's just it's always really good to be able to.
The Veterans Day parade starts at 10:30, I think.
At 10:30,
Okay.
and then I expect it'll be maybe 30, 40 minutes, and then they'll have some entertainment on at City Hall in front of
I talked with
City
Ken
Hall.
yesterday, Ken Brewer, and he's helping kind of orchestrate the lineup and all that kind
Right,
of stuff.
right.
And he indicated that they were expecting quite a number of floats and entries, so that's good.
I think it's growing. I think it's growing every day. The kids are out of school that day, but he's still got Sylacauga and B.B. Comer's band, and he's got a jazz band that's going to play at the at City Hall. I believe they're coming from Childersburg. So and this time of year, everybody's having different programs, for veterans in the schools and whatever. But it's nice to have a parade again.
I haven't talked to you since the holiday open house. I know that went well.
It really did. It really did. And I think Brian White Day being on Saturday maybe kind of helped it too, because there was
It was a cold Saturday, I know that.
Yes, I did the 5K that morning with a bunch of us. There's about 60 of us, and it was very cold.
You finish it in a flurry, don't you?
Yeah, you finish. Yeah, just to keep your feet from freezing. It was very cold. But downtown merchants, I went between the park and the downtown, talked with the merchants. Downtown was packed Saturday. It really was. And Sunday went really well too. I went out to the Pickle Patch to talk to Scott and Leslie, and they had a wonderful day on Saturday and Sunday too. So, there's enough, people were moving around.
Some beautiful storefronts. Oh my goodness.
Magnolia's is gorgeous. And it's pretty in the daytime, but man, you drive down Broadway in the evening when it gets dark, which is like 10 till 5, just about, and it's just gorgeous.
They make it so dramatic every year by putting up
the paper. Yeah, because she had her unveiling on Friday at 5 o'clock, and I went down there, and there's about maybe 10 of us down there, and then people would pull over and stop and tore the paper off and unveiled the windows, and Linda Hardy does a wonderful job.
Well, I guess a month and a half now until Christmas, but it's holiday shopping time and gift buying time, and there's a big event coming up on November the 13th. I know you want to talk about too.
I really do, and this is out at the Pickle Patch and Giovanni's, or the Italian Cracker Barrel, which I like to call it, on November the 13th on Thursday night. It's an exclusive night of shopping and dinner, and you can get your tickets for that for $10 now in advance and $12 at the door. And they're going to have Giovanni's is going to have their wonderful buffet that they always have, and then you can go back and forth and shop, and it'll be a nice girls' night out or just whatever, for husband and wife or ladies go out and meet and have dinner. And I went through the Pickle Patch this last weekend. I hadn't been able to go all the way through for quite a while, and they have got some vendors who really have put a lot of thought.
There's a lot of vendors who use that
for a small business.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's wonderful because it gives them an opportunity to if they're creative and they're artistic and they can make these beautiful wreaths and decorations, or if they have furniture. There is some, I can't remember their name. They have some beautiful wood furniture out there, just gorgeous things. So, and then there's lots of antiques. And it's really fun to go out there to see everybody's different flavor, and they're all decorated for Christmas. So it's
November the 13th, and you got a chamber chat with them, right?
I got a chamber chat on now, and Leslie and I did that, and we had a great time. She tells the story of how her and Scott met, which was at Picklesheimer's when it was a dealership. So it's a really good story, and they're a nice couple.
Sold him a car.
You hope he did?
When he was over there.
I didn't realize he was over there.
Oh, he was a great salesperson.
Well,
Back in the
maybe
day.
he did. But Scott, I think Scott was working for Tony in between graduating from college, and he was washing cars for him. And that's how him and Leslie met. So there's
great story.
It's a great story.
All right, that'll do it for our portion of the show this morning, and we'll do it again next week. And see you at the Veterans Day Parade on Tuesday at 10:30.
That's
and
right.
Getting ready for our Retro Rockin' Christmas, the first Tuesday in December.
Yes,
and this will be we do this on television. It's a statewide.
And it's live.
It is.
Mistakes and all.
Loud and proud.
Yeah, that's right. That's
all right, we'll do it again next week.
Thank you.
More on Daybreak coming up right after this timeout.